Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about this one science topic, that is sorting materials into groups. So what do you mean by sorting? Sorting is related to segregation. So whenever we segregate different materials according to their similarities as well as dissimilarities, that is called as the sorting the materials. And it is very important. So we can say that classification of the materials is very important, because whenever we classify different materials according to their different groups, we can easily identify them, we can easily compare them, we can find their location easily. So sorting is very important. Now जब भी हम बात करते हैं सॉर्टिंग की या सेग्रीगेशन की, तो हम सबसे पहले हमें जानना जरूरी है कि व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय ऑब्जेक्ट. ऑब्जेक्ट क्या होता है? तो ऑब्जेक्ट इज एनीथिंग विच वी कैन सी एंड टच इज कॉल्ड एज ऑब्जेक्ट. हम जो भी कुछ देख सकते हैं या उसे टच कर सकते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ऑब्जेक्ट. सो उदाहरण के लिए अगर मैं बात करूँ, ये चौक है या फिर ये बोर्ड है या फैन है, बोटल्स रखी हैं या फिर चेयर, टेबल, all are the examples of the objects. Okay, now every object is made up of any material. If I am talking that this chair is made up of plastic. If I talk about any glass material, that is will be made up of the glass. So any object is made up of the any material. It may be that one object is made up of different materials. If I am talking about one chair, so it may be made up of the metal, it may be made up of the any cloth material, it may be made up of the any plastic material. Sometimes I can say that two objects can be made up of one material. Where there are two objects, for example, one is table and one is chair, so it may be made up of plastic, same material. And sometimes materials can be made up by the combination of the materials. So different object, for example, if just I'm talking about any material which is made up of the combination of different kind of materials, so that is something related to object. Now the object are made up of the materials. Okay, the things by which any object made up, that is called as the materials. Materials can be classified into two types, natural या प्राकृतिक materials, प्राकृतिक पदार्थ, नेचुरल मटेरियल्स, और सेकंड हो जाएगा ह्यूमन मेड मटेरियल्स. ह्यूमन मेड मटेरियल्स, सो those materials which occur in the nature, obtained by the nature and useful for the human beings, that are called as the natural material. For example, if I am talking about wood, so that is the example of natural material. Second is human made materials, which are made up in the factories and any industry with the help of chemicals, that are called as the human made materials. For example, plastic, it is the example of human made material. Now when we talk about materials, we should know about their properties also. So there are a lot of characteristics of materials are there. For example, first is appearance. अपीयरेंस, जस्ट जब हम बात करते हैं अपीयरेंस की, यानी देखने पर कोई चीज़ कैसी लगती है, हम उसके आधार पर भी हम उनको क्लासीफाई या ग्रुप में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, देयर आर सम मटेरियल विच शाइन्स, दैट आर कॉल्ड लस्टर मटेरियल. कुछ ऐसे पदार्थ होते हैं जो बहुत चमकीले होते हैं और शाइन करते हैं. उनको हम अपीयरेंस के बेसिस पर ही हम उनको क्लासीफाई कर सकते हैं इजीली. सो दैट मटेरियल इज शाइनी मटेरियल, दैट इज कॉल्ड लस्टरस मटेरियल. एंड सम मटेरियल डू नॉट शाइन, दैट आर कॉल्ड एज द नॉन लस्टर मटेरियल. जो चमकीले नहीं होते हैं, शाइन नहीं करते हैं, दैट आर कॉल्ड एज द नॉन लस्टर मटेरियल. सो दैट इज द फर्स्ट बेसिस, फर्स्ट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द मटेरियल. अगर हम सेकेंड देखें तो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ टेक्सचर, there are some materials, their surface are smooth and some materials have rough surface. So whenever we touch them, we can identify them. Then third property is hardness. When we compress any material, some materials are easily compressed and some cannot be. For example, if I am using sponge and foam, what will happen? It will be easily compressed, but if I am use any iron, metal and other metal, it will be not compressed. So some materials can be hard and some materials can be soft. Now fourth is state. According to state, materials can be classified into three types: solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. So they have all three have differences. For example, solids molecules are very compact and very closely bounded with each other. The molecules of liquid are not closely bounded with each other, but the molecules of the gases are very loosely bounded with each other. So this is the fourth characteristics of the material. Now fifth is solubility. सॉल्युबिलिटी यानी घुलनशीलता के आधार पर अगर हम देखें कि कितना सॉल्यूबल है, तो सम मटेरियल्स आर इजीली सॉल्यूबल इन वाटर. एज वी नो दैट वाटर इज द यूनिवर्सल सॉल्वेंट, सो सम मटेरियल्स कैन बी इजीली in the water, dissolve in the water, but some materials cannot be dissolved in the water. So if any solid particle that is soluble in water, that will be called soluble materials. If it is not soluble in water, any solid material, that will be called as the insoluble material. For example, if I am using sugar and salt, what will happen? They will be dissolved in the water, so it will be called as the soluble. But if I am using sand particles and chalk powder, what will happen? It will be not dissolved in water, so it will be insoluble. Then we talk about some liquids can be soluble in the water and some liquids cannot dissolve in water. So those liquids which do not dissolve in water, that is called immiscible, and those liquids which can dissolve in the water, that are called as the miscible liquids. For example, if I am using the mustard oil, what will happen? It will be not dissolve in water. What happen? If I am shaking it, but after some time what will happen? There will be layer of the mustard oil, because its weight is very light, so it will be present. The two layers are there. And if I use alcohol, if I use glycerin and vinegar, what will happen? It will be easily dissolved in water. It is miscible. Now some gases are also dissolved in water and some do not dissolve in water. For example, if oxygen, so oxygen is easily dissolved in water because it is very useful for the survival of the aquatic animals and plants. So oxygen is dissolved in water, but when we talk about hydrogen and methane, it will be not dissolved in water. So this was the fifth property of the material, that is solubility. Now sixth is sink and float. So some materials which are very heavy, they can be easily sink in the water, but some light materials do not sink in the water, they float in the water. So according to we can be easily classified some materials. For example, if I am using this leaf part and stone, or I can use small lightweight material, what will happen? It will be float in the water, but I am using stone part, it will be sink in the water. If I use coin, what will happen? It will be sink in the water. So some materials can be sink and some materials can be float in the water. Now last property, transparency. Transparency. So according to transparency, some materials can be divided into three types. First is transparent. If we can easily see the object, that will be called transparent material. If by the materials we cannot see the object clearly, but we partially see the object, that will be called as the translucent material. And if we cannot see the object, that will be called as the opaque materials. So these are the 7 characteristics of the different kind of materials. Thank you.